Hey, I want to talk with you a quick second about something that I noticed. You know how usually a lot of artists, especially female artists, like when they're younger, they start out kind of innocent, and then as they grow older, they kind of take on a more mature um, look to them. Like, they start dressing more provocatively, and they start singing more provocative songs. Um, but the thing is, with Namie, I kind of noticed that she kind of went the opposite way, kind of to an extent. And what I mean by this is that I feel like Namie kind of started out as a more mature with a more mature look by the clothes that she wore and maybe even some of the lyrics that she sung. I mean, her first single when she officially went solo was called Body Feels Exit, which has a bit of a mature theme to it. And the way she dressed at sometimes, especially when she was in the Super Monkeys, was a bit mature and even sometimes a bit, you know, some of those outfits were a bit like almost like borderline hooker looking. Um, but yeah, I find that was a bit strange. But I think that was the way that she was marketed. She was marketed as the more mature idol initially, and a lot of people, I think, were attracted to her maturity. And I guess ultimately, to an extent, she kind of proved them right because she wound up getting pregnant unexpectedly out of wedlock. So, she definitely kind of, lived up to that as far as the mature aspect of it is concerned. However, I think now she's kind of taking on more of a conservative look. She's not like, skanking it up in her music videos. But to be fair, Nami ain't never really skanked it up. I think, Want Me was a bit mature. Well, it was mature. But, at that point, she was like, what, probably like 30 years old with a kid at that point. So, you know, is it really that big of a deal? But I think some people did find it a big deal, particularly like Westerners who probably view J-pop and Asian pop music in general as a more wholesome music genre versus, say, American pop, which can be a bit, like sexualized at times. Well, a lot of times. But yeah, ultimately, yeah, I did find that a bit strange. Like, once again, Nami is sort of, you know, a bit different. But that's good. You know, she kind of has a reason to be mature and like be a bit more conservative in the way she is because she at that point she was like a wife and mom at that point. So for her to take on a more conservative look actually goes in line with you know probably her values. But to make it a long story short, Namie basically she did it backwards for how a lot of people think that it goes. Because usually you start off innocent and you go mature, sexy, skanky, bad. However, you know, Nami didn't do it that way. She kind of started out kind of like that and then went more conservative. So what do you guys think? You think that Nami is more conservative now than she was in the beginning of her career?